What's good, Internet? Welcome back to the Kyber Corp. In today's news, Capcom announced the Monster Hunter Wilds Showcase set for October 23rd. There's not much information on what they'll be showing us, but I wanted to make a video on 3 things I think they might announce next week. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Capcom will host the Monster Hunter Wilds Showcase live stream on October 23rd at 7 Pacific Time, 10 AM Eastern Standard Time, the company announced. You'll be able to watch it on YouTube in English and Japanese and Twitch. The broadcast will feature the latest information on Monster Hunter Wilds from producer Ryozo Sugimoto. If you guys want to check it out with me, I'll be streaming this on Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning on my Twitch channel. If you guys need a link for that, it's in the description for you guys to check out for yourselves. But let's get right into the video. So I think we are in store to see another new locale in this version of Monster Hunter. We might either see the ice locale or the fire locale, because I know in other previous Monster Hunter games they always give us 4 different locales to visit and hunt monsters in. They did it in Rise. We had an ice one, we had a fire, and then we had desert and a jungle one. So I'm pretty sure they're going to do the same thing. We already saw the jungle locale in the last presentation they gave us, and they showed us the new Apex monster for that, which is Ufduna, and also showed us the Scarlet Forest where we fought the Lava Arena, which was actually a pretty cool presentation. So they might show us the next new locale for Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm hoping it's the ice one, and they bring back some favorite monsters like Barioth and Lagombi and probably some other really cool ice monsters, and show off the new Apex monster of the ice area too. So let me know what you guys think, if we're going to be seeing another new locale. Hopefully it's the ice one, not the fire one, but regardless, if we see one of them, it'll be pretty cool. Speaking of new Apex monsters, hopefully they show us the new Apex monster for whatever respective locale we get in this presentation, if we get a new locale also. And if they're gonna do that for us, hopefully they'll show us the next Apex monster for whatever respective locale they give us. If it's the ice one, they'll give us the new Apex for the ice. If it's the fire one, they give us new Apex monster for the fire. We already saw Raydal is the Apex monster for the desert lands. And we got Ufduna is the one for the forest, pretty much. So hopefully we get maybe a new Apex monster shown, or probably they're going to show us maybe some returning monsters or maybe new monsters or whatever. But I hope they show us something for the next locale. Hopefully it's a new Apex monster that looks really cool and really cool, challenging fight or whatever. They don't have to show us the entire fight, just show us like what the monster is, give us the name, show us some attacks and stuff from it, and you know what the new locale looks like when we fight this monster, because there's a day and night cycle and different weather effects bring out the Apex monsters, which we saw for Ufduna and for Raydal also. So hopefully they show us a little bit of that and we can see what, who, and how we're going to be fighting in whatever respective locale we get. And if it's the new Apex monster, then it'll be really cool. So fingers crossed. Okay, so this next kind of wish list item is kind of like a shot in the dark because of how far the game still is out, you know? The game doesn't come out until February 28, 2025. Today is October 16, 2024. So we got about 4 or so months left before the game even comes out to the public. But this next one is a shot in the dark because of how far along the game is still slated to be out or whatever. But hopefully they announce demo number 1, which could be a closed beta test or some kind of network test that you have to sign up for to get into, so they can probably, like, you know, test the servers and see how multiplayer and stuff works with the game before they even, you know, implement it into the game, whatever. I feel like they did this with Monster Hunter World when that first came out in 2018. I could be wrong. I did play one of the beta tests for Monster Hunter World when it first came out. I did for Rise also, but I can't remember what the Rise one was. But I don't know, 4 months out, maybe they'll give us the first demo, which is a closed beta test, and then maybe sometime around in January or so, or December, they'll give us the second demo to where we fight the Apex monster or whatever, because I know they always do these type of demos where we go in there, it's the internet beta test, they test it out or whatever, and you get to, like, you know, test out what the game feels like for like the rough period of what they have working right now, so they can, like, you know, get data and analyze what they have to fix before the release of the game comes out to make it the perfect game. So like I said, a shot in the dark, but it's like one of my wishes that I hope that they do announce next Wednesday at the presentation. is some kind of demo or beta test or something that the fans who didn't go to Gamescom and Summer's Game Fest and all of that stuff to try out the games or whatever, because they normally do demos for the Monster Hunter games anyway, so they can like test the waters with, you know, connections and everything and see what kind of servers they need, because they were saying that this game was going to allow you to have 16 player lobbies or whatever to like play with your friends and play with people around the world and everything, which sounds really cool too. So hopefully they announce some kind of network test that we can test out for ourselves. It doesn't have to be on like the day of the presentation. They can announce it like maybe for that weekend or whatever, and we do like a 3-day or 4-day weekend beta test and let us just play the game like online with some friends or like with the network test or whatever, and do it that way, which would be really cool because we can test out how the online connectivity will actually be and stuff like that. So the third one is a demo of some kind for Monster Hunter Wilds, so they can, you know, test how their servers are going to work out for the multiplayer and online aspect of the game, because this game is an online game. You don't have to play it online if you don't want to. That's with any Monster Hunter game. It's just a lot more fun to play the Monster Hunter games with friends and online with like people who are sometimes tiring with you, so they can like probably carry you in the hunt if you're like getting, you know, watched or whatever in the hunt by the monsters or whatever. But I don't know, hopefully maybe they give us some kind of beta test or some kind of network online test. This would be the first one actually that they give us, so they can just test the waters and everything. And then for the next beta test that they'll announce like closer to when the game releases in, I want to say January, because the game releases in February, end of February. They'll probably give us another online test where we can go and fight the Apex monster, which is Archveld, to see how that works out and how that plays, so they can just polish the game or whatever. So maybe they announce some kind of beta test for the game, so that the public who didn't go to Tokyo Game Show, Summer's Game Fest, and all of that stuff, who did, for the people who did the PR and did play the game, can also check it out too. But fingers crossed for a public beta test somehow, some way. Alright, so those are my top things that I hope we see at next week's Monster Hunter Wilds showcase. Let me know what you guys' top 3, 5, or 10, or any number of top things that you guys hope we see at the presentation next week on Wednesday. If you guys want to check it out with me, I'll be streaming it live on my Twitch channel. Like I said, link for you guys to check me out in my description. We'll be watching it at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's also going to be premiering for the West Coast at 7 a.m. Pacific Time. If we don't get the demo, that's fine. If we get just like the new locale with the new Apex monsters, or just them showing us what the game looks like now, because they showed it to us 2 weeks ago and it looked beautiful. But if they show it to us now and it looks even better and it runs even better, that's going to be perfect for me. Also, let me know what you guys is going to be picking this up on PlayStation, Xbox, PC. As always, I'm your boy Kaiba. I have another video for you guys sometime in the near future. As always, make sure you guys believe in the heart of the card. Stay easy, be breezy. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Love you guys. I'm out. Peace.